All right, sixth grade. I did not post a video last week for my lesson over absolute value and opposites, so I'm going to post it for you after I'm done recording this. Our topic again for the day is absolute value and opposites. Right here, I did create a chart. We have words, we will have definitions. Our first word we will have is positive. And when we think about positive, bringing back everything that we've talked about, we've actually covered integers. So if you recall, integers are all positive and negative numbers. But in this sense right here, we have positive. I'm going to make a small number line and represent what a positive integer is. So right here is 0. So for positive, positive is anything to the right of our number line. Okay, so again, positive is any number to the right of 0 on our number line. Okay. Negative is the opposite. So anything to the left of our number line. And I'm going to make a little diagram again of our number line. And again, negative is anything to the left of the number line from 0. Which brings me to our next word. Our next word is going to be opposite. Okay. So opposite is just what you guys think it means. If we weren't talking about math, you would have opposite for hot, which is cold, tall, short, cold, hot. But in math, we actually have positive and negative. Okay? So again, opposites, we will be referring to positive and negative. An example, we could say -5. Well, the opposite of -5 is +5. And that's what we just want you guys to gather for positives and negatives and opposites. Okay? So our last word we're going to talk about is called absolute value. Okay? And if you notice up here, I have absolute value with a little kind of bracket. This little bracket out here is going to be our absolute value. So I will do it in here as well. So anything that has these little parallel lines side by side, and then you have the absolute value. This is how it's going to be represented. But the inside, there will be a number. Now, the definition of absolute value is actually the distance from 0. So again, it's going to be the distance from 0. The symbol for absolute value, remember, is these two little parallel lines with your number on the inside. Okay? This symbol represents absolute value with a number on the inside. And then your last little note for absolute value, because we're talking about the distance from 0, your answer is always positive. So again, for absolute value, it is the distance from 0. The symbol is represented as such. And then your answer will always be positive, no matter what. It will always be positive. So let's do a couple of examples so that way we understand what these definitions mean. All right, so we're going to deal with opposite examples first. And we're going to do a few of them. Okay, so for the first one, we have negative 10. The second one, negative 35. Third one, 12. The fourth one, 100. The fifth one, negative 56. And hopefully 5 examples for this part, it'll be suffice. So guys, again, when we talk about opposites, we have negative and positive. Okay? So this number right here, for number 1, we have negative 10. Well, if I have negative 10, the opposite will be positive. So that means our answer is just 10. For number 2, again, we have negative 35. Well, if I have negative, the opposite is positive, which means 35. For number 3, I have positive 12. Well, the opposite of a positive is a negative. So that means I have negative 12. On the fourth one, I have 100. Okay? 100 is positive, so the opposite of a positive is a negative. So negative 100 is going to be the opposite. And then our last one, we have negative 56. The opposite of negative is positive. So that means our answer is 56. Okay? So that's it for opposites. We're going to actually start to work on absolute value. And because I am at the bottom of my page right here, I'm actually going to flip over and start working on the back side. Okay? So on the back side, what we are going to do, we're going to continue working, but now we are going to work on absolute value examples. And if you remember, absolute value, those 3 rules, it's going to be the distance from 0. The symbol is going to be represented with these 2 lines. And your answer is always going to be positive, no matter what, always positive. But again, remember, the distance from 0. So going back over here, if I were to ask you guys for number 1, the absolute value of negative 4, you could draw a number line and label it 0, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4. And again, if you remember the distance from 0, well, I know 0 is right here, but the distance from it, let's see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces. It's 4 spaces away. That means our answer is 4. And again, we are talking about absolute value. And again, it is always positive. That's why it's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. No matter what, absolute value of any negative number is always going to be positive. The absolute value of any positive number, for instance, on number 2, let's just say I gave you guys the absolute value of 3. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, I wanted the absolute value of 3. Well, I know for a fact 3 is right here. Well, the distance from 0, let's count. 1, 2, 3 spaces away. And again, the rule was our answer is always positive because it's just 3 spaces away. So the absolute value of 3 is 3. Okay? So another example, we're going to do the absolute value of -9. I'm not going to draw a number line this time. The absolute value of -9 is 9 because it's 9 spaces away from 0. All right, guys, and then for our last 2 of them, we're going to do the absolute value of 100, and then we will also do the absolute value of -51. So I don't know if you guys have noticed yet. I don't know if y'all have noticed yet, but the answer is always what's on the inside, just positive. So the absolute value of 100, meaning it's 100 spaces away from 0, is just 100. And then the absolute value of -51, knowing that our answer is always positive, our answer is 51. Okay? So I hope this helps. Just don't forget, you guys, go to your Nearpod lessons if you have not done it in class with me. Go to your classwork, and the code for the asynchronous is THROU. Make sure you go there if you did not complete this lesson with me in class, and you should be able to answer everything that's there. All right? Thank you, guys. I'll see y'all in class.